Welcome back to the second half of the Dungeon World Pathfinder crossover Tears of Bitter Manor finale. That's like 9 words all chained into one. We're joined by a bunch of new people in the audience, so what's up? What's up indeed?
Hello, new people in the
What's up?
audience.
Yeah.
Howdy, y'all. Thanks for joining, folks.
Where do we leave off? You killed the Vinay Demon. On top of the pile of scrolls and pages that have erupted from its body, there's a cloak that looks like it's made entirely out of sand.
That's not my cloak,
Hey,
Arthur.
hey, we were looking for that, weren't we?
Are you?
Yes, there was.
Quicksand cloak.
I'm like, no, that's not my cloak. It's not what we're looking. Oh wait, no, yeah, I do
No,
remember something about that.
Some guy in town said he was looking for his cloak that got stolen. That Drew Wildwalker fella, his quicksand cloak got stolen. I'm guessing this is probably it.
But I thought he said a fiend stole it.
And that wasn't a fiend. It didn't have a face. It had tentacles. It floated. It teleported. That's a fiend.
That is a pretty accurate description of a fiend, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I have said this on multiple occasions. I am not a learned man, but it looked like a duck. It talked like a duck. It moved like a duck. It was probably a duck.
Your point is.
I lift the cloak and gauge like its make. What is it actually made of?
It is made out of sand.
It just feels like sand.
It doesn't feel like sand. It is sand. It's like a inch thick sheet of sand.
That is awesome.
Well,
Is it pretty heavy then? Right?
No, it has absolutely no weight.
It has absolutely no weight.
No weight.
All right. Can I spout lore on this thing? I'm like, well, for some reason it doesn't weigh anything. If it should be pretty heavy.
Yeah, so this cloak, you're just looking over it and you can see some obvious arcane telltales. If someone wearing this cloak is attacked, and either the attacker fails or is only partially successful, they are drawn into this cloak as if it was quicksand, and are slowly absorbed into an extra-dimensional space wherein they drown in sand.
Why?
I'm like, oh, it's one of them cloaks that someone tries to hit you and they're not doing so good that it just drowns them in a whole dimension full of sand, or they sink into the sand forever. It's one of those deals.
Sounds like cruel and unusual punishment. I wish our lawman was here.
Yeah,
you
that
could
sounds
straighten that
incredibly terrible. That sounds like a really dirty trick. Can I use it?
Yeah, here you go.
Thanks. I mean, I abhor dirty tricks, you know. Just wait while I reapply some poison to my spear.
I think this is your third poison, right?
This is my second.
You used poison, then you reapplied it. Now you're reapplying it a second time.
I
That
had
would be
it.
the third poison.
It was still poisoned from last time.
Okay.
Then I rested.
You can
and
only
got
ever
3
have
doses.
3 poisons though total. Right? I'm pretty sure you're capped out.
Okay. I did. All right. This will be the final one then, I guess, for now.
It's the final poison.
I completely forgot about it versus the bear. If that would have affected it.
Here's a pro tip: a bear made entirely out of undead, that's a alchemical delivery device, can't be poisoned.
Yeah, it was kind
You're
of.
just gonna end up injecting it back into yourself eventually.
Eventually, it'll get through the system.
It's okay. I have an antitoxin.
Okay, so now we're equipped with our new cloak.
Cloak of awesome.
You're still standing in the stairwell room where all the doors meet and the staircases go up and down. And
Hey, now that we've viciously, brutally killed that guy, should we check out that room quickly?
Yes, I'm wondering what they're studying in there. Look like they had quite a setup.
I'll open up the door that he had just marked, dead inside, do not
well,
enter.
you guys is like, you like locked it, right? You tried
I
to
put
like,
a-
quickly break off something inside, or
No, we put a chair under the handle.
Put a chair under the handle, and it was like,
I don't know where you found a chair, but sure.
I have no idea
Yeah.
either.
We made a chair real quick. It
So,
was just a prestidigitated chair. It wasn't even actually there.
Peronin, you're going in first.
Yeah. I'm like probably standing right there. So
there's
it's
pictures of Eladamre, Frederick William Mayfield XIV, yourself, all hanging up there. Conspicuously, there's not one of the Paladin, Judge Red. But
I immediately. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
there's it's the wire. Basically, there's tags connecting everybody
Okay.
to everything. But each of you has your own specific area of research. Just a quick observation. You see Frederick William Mayfield XIV is connected to a man that looks very similar to him, and there's a giant X drawn over that person's face. Eladamre is connected to someone who looks kind of like him, but is a dark-skinned elf, is a drow, and there's an X over him as well. And then there's a picture of you with an X over it being drawn to Terrigan Flynn. And then from Terrigan Flynn, there's 5 more pictures, and all of them have X's on it, except for the Tulls. Igneous and Brenda Tulls, the 2 you've come to save, are the only pictures that aren't etched out.
Peronin, are you lying?
Yeah, this is very suspicious, boys. What in the hell is going on here?
So,
And
do
how
you
did I
guys
get
come
this
into the room
excellent
now?
picture?
It sounds like Perona's not stopping you from entering.
No.
Are you alive?
Like, well,
I just go ahead and feel my neck, Arthur.
Yeah, you're alive.
yes, yes. Apparently,
Because that seems to suggest that you were killed by Terrigan Flynn.
maybe it's just he's already got my cloak.
you guys
they're
are
done with me.
I mean, that was just your first impression. Like, no one read any text yet. Are
No,
you guys
no.
going in and like observing things more closely?
Yeah, I like study for a minute just the pictures.
Is
And
there
then
any series of pictures you're looking at more closely?
Well, first I want to get a view of, because I don't know the 2 people that we're after.
Yes, you look up Vernon and Brenda Tulls, and they still their pictures haven't been crossed out yet. All the other pictures have X's, and then the tie between them and Terrigan Flynn have like the word betrayed written under it. And you have seen Dern Fozimuth, the cleric. His picture's there. He's much younger in the picture, and he's been X'd out. You don't recognize either of the other 2 pictures. One is a elven wizard, and the other is a 5th member. Oh, it's himself, right?
Yeah, so I'm just like, I don't recognize these 2 men, and one is close to Eladamre and one is close to Frederick. Was that correct?
Yeah. You're
So I point-
You're looking at Eladamre and Frederick's pictures now.
Yeah.
Okay,
What
so
is-
there's ties from them to the pictures. The one tying Eladamre to somebody says stolen spear, betrayed, and the one between Frederick William Mayfield XIV says killed his father, betrayed.
This is meaningless. You're alive, and I certainly didn't kill my father, and I assume Eladamri, as he just explained, would not be one to sink to dirty tricks. So stealing a spear seems
I
far.
didn't steal it. I got it from him fair and square in a duel.
So
Okay,
Peronin, the tie between you and Terrigan Flynn says stole his power, betrayed.
Yeah. got it from fair and square. Then he betrayed the entire elven people. This seems like this is like sort of partial info, but
What do
well,
they
if your
say?
dad was,
Half
if your dad
truth?
was, yeah, partial truths, but
So,
honestly,
as you guys are looking through the information and talking about partial truths, there is some considerable pile of evidence
Yeah.
indicating
So
Frederick William Mayfield XIV definitely killed his father.
I'm like, son, I want you to sit down for a second.
is there a chair or anywhere to sit?
Yeah,
like,
it's a
actually sit?
library. There's plenty of chairs.
Yeah.
They're several hundred years old, so they're kind of rotting. But yeah,
Yeah, I gesture you to sit, Frederick
I'll
William
sit.
Mayfield.
Now there's nothing you should be hiding from the people that you're dependent on to save your ass out here in the thick of it. Now I know that my cloak, which was my pride and joy, the only thing that I loved, was taken from me. And that's remarked right up here that my powers must have been tied up in my cloak with my emotional bonds. And it also says that you've been stealing spears and that you've been killing dads. Now I want to know exactly what's going on. If you hold back, I swear to God, my help for this group is over.
RKO. So now that
what
you're
happened
deeper in
to
here,
Frederick William Mayfield the 13th?
now that you're in here, and Peronin is going off on this rant, Frederick William Mayfield XIV, are you meeting his eyes, or are you looking anywhere else?
Oh, he's totally like head hung, looking at the floor. It's very obvious that he's like,
Yeah. Well, when you're looking around, you see more posters on like the wall you came in from, so they wouldn't have been visible from the hallway. It's like the entire town of Hope's Hollow there, and there are just tons of red ties and pictures marked with X's. There are pictures, if you remember, there were the twins, the male and female, who killed each other when you entered Hope's Hollow. They have X's, and their ties to each other are two of them, and both of them have betrayed under it. They're betrayed all over the place in Hope's Hollow. And to the left of that is a series of Casimirian betrayals, including a certain young man with a knife who's currently rotting in a prison cell, and his dead father.
this is sick. This is sick. It wasn't a betrayal. It was seeking salvation. It was a crime of passion and nothing else. He was emotionally abusive. It was an accident. An accident. I didn't betray him.
You self-defensed him to death, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking for a pen or something around here, like maybe
Plenty
the
of
one
pens.
who was just.
You could go back to the creature. It had one.
Yeah, I take that and go like X over stolen and like legitimately won in a duel. Spear.
Do I know anything about like a connection between it was the god of or the horseman of the apocalypse war,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And betrayal? I want to like think about if I
yeah,
know
you
any
can spout
connection
more on
between
this.
those two things. 7. Something
Yeah,
interesting. Nice.
you know that each daemon has a specific emotion or emotional state or mood or situation that it gains power by performing.
Okay. So I'm just like,
We've got someone's been manipulating everyone on all these walls, just for the ability to gain power through betrayal. Now, I don't know anything about your dad or whoever owned that spear, but
Me.
I don't plan on betraying any of you, because I don't want any more betrayals to be carried out to power up this daemon, wherever he is. I mean, we need to put a stop to this before the entire town is all dead and rotting in jails or just sad because they don't have their cloak anymore.
Exactly.
So
And this is
we need-
actually kind of difficult, you know.
so we need to-
Usually, sorry.
So we need to find Frederick William Mayfield is basically in tears, sitting in the chair now. And he's like, so we need to find Terrigan and put an end to this madness.
Well, him
And
and,
then-
whoever he's working with. I mean, this seems to the work of a daemon.
Yeah,
Terrigan
he's
Flynn isn't
probably
one,
the daemon.
is he? Wasn't I mean?
I
you-
think you say that and you look at the camera suspiciously, and it goes like dun dun dun.
He's probably a daemon himself.
might have been one all this time. Maybe that's the secret to his longevity, not the fact that he's a half elf. I say we test that theory with weapons aimed at his head.
All right, we're in agreement, I think.
Can
Yeah.
we kill a daemon?
We
Yeah,
killed
sure.
diamonds.
We killed some demons earlier.
Yeah. Just, you know,
Gotta
stab
kill
them
them real
repeatedly.
hard and real good.
Pretty much. Seemed to work that fine that time. Pretty sure that guy outside was a daemon. I have no idea, but you know, I'm just saying.
All right, does anyone else need to read anything off these walls?
I think this looks like an interesting read after we get out of here. I mean, I'm sure this could be used as evidence to make a whole lot of things better. Like, I mean, look at the guy who stabbed his dad, who's rotting in jail. We could probably get something to exonerate him here. We've got things here that can help Pope's Hollow. We probably got a whole bunch of things that could be useful, but this is clearly of great importance. But for now, I think we should press on.
Okay, we'll leave it here as is, I guess.
Yeah. We don't really have time. We don't know how much. There might not be any X's over them right now, but I have a sneaking suspicion as to why. Remember, there's two of them left. They're a couple, the last remaining parts of the adventuring party besides him. I think he's going to, if it was me, I'm just saying, torturing them into betraying one another would probably be quite in something that
So Arthur,
fits with his agenda.
when I look up at the thing, is Eldamre and Frederick? They're not marked, and they're connected to each other.
No.
No, they're both connected to what's his name?
Nope. They're only connected to their fathers.
Oh, okay. They're all accounted for with some strings.
Yeah, you're not about to be immediately betrayed by these guys. They're not secretly working for Terrigan Flynn.
No. I was just worried that Terrigan Flynn, one of his plans.
Except we
was
are! What
to
is
say-
Stop.
I just voiced my concern anyways. Like, I'm worried that there was maybe going to be another string from here, and I point to Frederick, to here, and I point to Eldamre. And I look at them meaningfully. Like, we need to stick together. Let's get moving.
I don't... I'm not... You're not planning to kill me, are you, Adamre?
I'm gonna go up there and say, look at this. I'm gonna put a string up on the wall between the two of us, and I'm gonna write down trust. See?
That's exactly what I wanted to see, Eldamre. Excellent.
And see, this demon has no power over us. We are sticking together.
You have no power here.
Exactly.
Yeah, we okay, so after straightening shit out after that hectic wall, we're gonna leave the room. I'm gonna suggest,
All right, why don't you lead the way down the stairs? I mean, this cloak could go real well for us if there's a missed arrow shot.
Well,
I
really
say we
wanna-
rush the wall, bash it down. It's just a false wall.
There are a lot of holes. It's probably
Oh
structurally
man, I don't
unstable.
want to go down. I don't want to go down to that place.
Would we drop in from above or something? Like,
We could use the
Okay,
fake
yo, out of
chimney.
nowhere.
we should either use the
We
chimney
pull up
or
up
just.
the floorboards. I drop in and RKO him out of nowhere.
Nice.
Oh yeah. We should either use the chimney, or just go up to the third floor. I mean, we haven't seen any signs of there being a cellar here, so.
All Attic is often where I keep my valuables.
Exactly.
Like your cloak?
Yeah, that's where Terrigan got my goddamn cloak.
In the attic?
It's in my attic.
That
Terrigan
bastard.
Flynn in the attic with a cloak.
Yeah. Like,
To
all right,
the attic!
To the attic.
To the attic. Then we can go drop down the chimney and RKO that bastard with a crossbow.
Excellent.
I like
okay,
it.
and I actually didn't misplace my water, and I'm dying of my old man voice, so I'll be right back. One second.
Okay, what do you guys want to do?
I believe we're going to go upstairs.
Up to the attic.
All right.
Hope
Head
that's.
up to the attic.
Yeah. I mean, he's either keeping them in the basement or the attic. We haven't found a stairway down. I don't want to go through Crossbow Alley again. So.
So, when you reach the top of the staircase, there are numerous doors. There's a long corridor to the north, and a door in the northwest corner that overlooks the balcony porch. Immediately to the west of the staircase, there's another door, and there are two doors south. There are also broken windows on this attic that are only on this side of the house, and they lead out to the top of the chimney.
So, can I go over there and look down the chimney?
Yes.
Yeah, I get
It
his
goes-
back as he moves, across the...
I'm
The
gonna.
chimney is extremely dark, and it's difficult to see, but there's definitely a chimney.
I turn on my lantern with my flint and tinder.
Okay. There are random bricks that probably shouldn't be hanging out of certain spots of the chimney, but at the bottom of the chimney, you see that it kind of gets very narrow and then probably widens out again. I don't really know how you see that, but there's definitely like a mattress at the bottom. for
So-
landing on.
They're like bricks hanging out at random intervals.
Yep.
Like something you could hold on to climb.
Possibly.
I don't like how you said possibly.
Good.
Well,
Because-
we have rope
because-
and still.
Because yeah, we know about this place. Good, we can go down there. And random bricks hanging out of the wall sounds like a good way to climb down. It also seems like an incredibly easy way to set up a trap. And this guy loves traps. But at least there's a mattress at the bottom. I mean, that's considerate. Let's hope there's not like, a pit underneath it or whatever. I'll tell you what, before we go down, we throw something else
It's a poison mattress.
down. Yeah, it's a poison mattress.
Yeah, I
You
could
just-
cast a light spell on something and drop it down there too.
We
Well,
should
then.
clear these rooms first before we give away our position, don't you think?
Yeah. Clockwise, let's just go to the first door and see what we
The
find.
southeast door.
Open it slowly.
The southern wall runs east to west. The ceiling here is high. There are broken glass windows that let in pale light from the outside. Inside, the room is completely empty and quite large.
Huh. Okay, well. Doesn't really look like anybody's being kept hostage in here.
Yeah, is it just look like even dust on the ground in there? Like I peek in.
There's dust all over the floor, but the dust has been scraped off in a very conspicuous line 10 feet back from the southern window that continues all the way to the window.
I suggest we don't cross that line. It could be dangerous.
I suggest we just skip this room. I mean, they're not in here. We can come back.
A better plan. You have a better plan.
We can check it out later if we need to, but it doesn't look like he's keeping them in here.
Let's
All right.
go to the hall.
East wall.
West wall.
Oh, we're going counter or clockwise. Okay,
Going
west wall.
clockwise. So there's the two southern doors. There's west and northwest. The western door, you open it up, and inside is a man whose face is a moth, dressed in a white suit with a black silk shirt.
I just say,
Turns towards you with his hands behind his back and is like, "Greetings, friends. You should not have come here. It would be better to let the old ones die."
Not sure I
Why?
completely agree with that.
That is because you do not understand the length and breadth of time. Your life is incredibly short.
Really? Well, could you enlighten us on then?
So he turns away from you and faces back out towards the window and says, "Why should I enlighten you?"
Because I'm asking politely and you know, just saying. I'm asking
But
politely.
is this politeness? You are asking simply as a social nicety? I
Yeah,
have no
yeah,
reason to share such information with you simply for conversational purposes.
What is your purpose here, if I may ask?
I am here to observe the creature known as Anobaith.
The what now?
Who?
Anobaith.
Who's Anobaith?
She is an arrows daemon.
Oh, frickin' daemons.
She is a daemon of betrayal. Over the past 10,000 years, she has arranged countless betrayals, beginning with her greatest masterstroke, the complete and utter routing and defeat of the first Taldan army of exploration, limited to and not excluding the secession of Cheliax from Taldor, the secession of Andor from Cheliax, numerous deaths, the corruption of the Stavian bloodline, and the entire ridding of the town of Hope's Hollow of their hope. Fortunately, Anobaith is a creature of moderation. As long as she remains in a rural area like this one, her influence on the world is limited. If a creature like that, capable of defeating entire armies and sundering nations, was to take up residence in an area of actual political power, her limits would be unlimited.
Say,
What, are you here to help or make sure it doesn't get out of hand? I'm confused here.
I am here to observe the situation.
So
what's your stake in this? Why? Why do you care?
I am here to observe the situation.
Look, he just wants to watch. Well, you're gonna see some shit. Let me tell you, buddy. We
yeah.
got stuff to do. We can chat later if you think it was a good show.
Yeah, let me tell you, if I come across any more daemons in here, they're getting stabbed
I
repeatedly.
believe that you should leave. I have
What
spent
is Amu-
several of your lifetimes seeking out heroes capable of defeating Anobaith.
You found him. We're right here, buddy.
Oh,
would
yeah.
these heroes include the likes of one Tarragon Flynn?
Tarragon Flynn is no hero. Much like you, Frederick William Mayfield the 14th, and
Hey,
you,
whoa, that's-
Eladamre, you
Hey.
have betrayed another, and so Tarragon Flynn now has no power over Anobaith, just as you too have no power over Anobaith.
Hey, I never betrayed anybody.
You would be little more than a puppet.
I never betrayed anybody. I don't know where you heard that.
I have no.
He scoffs and he's like, even if you do not believe it, it is so.
I don't have any interest in meeting this Anna Baith. I just simply wish to meet Tarragon Flynn and...
I kind of want to stab Annabeth because of what she's done. I think I don't really want some diamond like that running around.
I think we need the whole Chelish army to stop her.
Probably.
So,
I'm sorry,
Mothman turns again. Yeah, I was gonna say the Mothman turns and is like, you would bring the Chelish army here.
Yeah, that would probably not be a good idea.
The entire Taldan army.
May I ask why?
She's
That
here.
She is here.
In the basement or in this room?
Why would I share such information with you?
So we don't go there.
So the moth face
I'm not
kind
afraid
of
to go
flutters its wings for a moment and is like,
I'd go punch her in the face.
that is a reasonable request. Very well. She, Tarragon Flynn, and the old ones are all at the bottom of the chimney. As you have said now that you will not face her, I assume you will not go there.
Oh,
It's better
we're going
to let
there.
them die than to risk your lives. You would be powerful puppets in her hands. And more importantly, if you were to partially succeed, to injure her enough to drive her from this place, she might set up somewhere she could be infinitely more dangerous. If that were to happen, we might need to do something drastic.
Well, how about I propose a different one then? You do seem to care. Why don't you help us destroy her?
I cannot.
Why not?
Well,
I have no desire to engage in combat with the likes of Anapath.
Well, you can help
you
us
could-
some other way.
Give us just some
Information.
tricks and
I
tips.
have given you much information. I have
That's
also
true.
helped you quite a bit. I have warned you against fighting Anapath. That would be foolish. You should leave immediately. That would be extremely helpful to you.
Not gonna happen,
Is
buddy.
there a counter to this betrayal that would drain energy from her rather than giving it to her?
Interesting. I am not skilled at Daemon lore. However, it should be noted that she has betrayed hundreds of thousands over the years. To return any small portion of energy would do almost nothing.
You are a daemon, but are not skilled in daemonic lore?
I am not a daemon. What would give you that impression?
Your face.
He's a
I am
Mothman.
a Mothman.
Oh, well,
That's
sorry.
obvious by looking at his face.
I roll my eyes.
Like, Frederick Mayfield doesn't know anything about life in the wilderness, but I'll teach him one day.
That sounds like a Bond.
That does sound like a Bond.
Mysteriously sounds like a Bond, even though it's last session.
Well, you might want that XP buffer, you know? Just because we stop telling the story here doesn't mean it dies in your mind.
It goes on.
Infinite quantum fantasy
Yeah, we
worlds.
actually, you actually can't prove that we don't actually create these worlds every time we play them. And
There's
that they
some
just
very
continue on.
terrifying worlds I've created then, specifically Reign of Winter.
And they're all still going, Arthur.
Well, not Reign of Winter, the world would have ended at some point. The body count was rising up.
The world. It's just like a desolate hole.
Out of character, Arthur. Where's this whole betrayal thing coming from? I never betrayed anybody.
Think of it from your dad's point of view. You took his spear from him.
In a duel.
Yes, but he is a dark elf now. He doesn't give a shit about honorable duels.
The duel was a betrayal as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
From
betrayed.
your point of view, it was super honorable. From his point of view, you betrayed him, and
He
needs his
betrayed the
precious
elven people.
Ultimate spear back. Yes, you say that, but he doesn't see it that way.
Okay.
Or from a certain point of view.
From a certain point of view, Arthur?
All right. Well,
RKO out of nowhere.
well, if we're gonna go about it that way, everybody's betrayed everybody. So,
But
Well,
this was a very specific, life-changing
Yeah, I don't think
event.
they have any specific dirt on me, right? Other than
Yeah,
I
there
was.
was nothing on you. You were just a target.
I'm like, she has no power over me. My magic missile will destroy her face.
The Mothman turns and nods and says, "That is correct. She does not have any power over you."
she doesn't have any power over me either. I have never betrayed anyone.
I like
The
how you
Mothman
say
is
that.
just like, keep believing what you want to believe. This
Thanks.
is a world where belief does shape power. However, there are others who believe that you have betrayed, and that might weigh out your own convictions. I tell you one last time, so listen 3 times. If you face Annabeth, you are little more than a puppet of her desires.
Well, if she's down there, along with the old folks and
Tarragon.
Terrigan Flynn, we're gonna have to face them. We're not leaving here without them. So, I'm afraid we're gonna have to go down there.
Very well. What
I promised
funerary rites would
Eldamri
you
I
like
was with him
performed?
till the end. We're going down.
Peronin, perhaps you can face Annabeth while we deal with Tarragon Flynn, and thus mitigate this puppetry.
But apparently, we want to keep her here so she doesn't go any. We don't want to injure her and send her off. So, keep her busy, and then we run with the old folks.
So the Mothman begins laughing and is like, "She is a creature capable of teleporting vast distances. You
Perhaps-
believe that you can run from her?"
Perhaps the cloak. If I was wearing the cloak and
A cloak.
Yes!
Yes.
A
and
foolproof
Yeah.
plan.
attack.
it would be possible if she were stupid enough to fall for that.
Look,
Well, if
Mr.
she's
Mothman.
not, then she can't attack me because she can't risk failure because she'd get sucked into the dimension. I
Right,
can
but
just
there
sit
has
there
to
and blast
be.
missiles
She
in
has
it.
to be physically touching you in order for the cloak to pull her in.
RKO, right? And then we're just.
Trust me,
If she RKO'd you
Yeah,
and
did well.
failed, she would
Yeah.
be sucked into the cloak. Yes.
I'm like, how often does she RKO somebody?
What is this RKO you speak
I'm like, it's
of?
kind of like a head grab, drop, boom on the shoulder thing.
I see. Among my people, it is known as Shisharnak.
Yeah, Shasharnak. It's a great move.
She does not perform this move. She is a creature of magic and poison. Undoubtedly, she will attack you from range, unless she uses her claws. In which case, yes, there is a small chance she could Shisharnak you.
It's worth. I think it's worth it. I think, Eldamri, you can probably take Tarragon Flynn, no problem, right?
Are you willing to risk your life and your soul and that of all of your comrades?
I'm like 73 years old, dude.
I'm
He's
older than
just like
that.
he shrugs his shoulders. He's like,
That's like dead in human years.
okay.
I'm older than that, and yes, also willing to risk my life because it's the right thing to do.
So while you guys keep listing off ages, he's just like, Annabeth is a child compared to me, so your frail mortal lifespans are almost entirely meaningless.
That's nice.
That's right.
You're a really nice person to talk to, by the way. You've got a great, sort of... What's
Personality.
the right word? Personality and,
I'll admit, 10,000 years of sitting in this house has not made me a cunning conversationalist.
Well, you should get out more.
Yeah, we'll take
That's-
care of this.
Look,
So he laughs and says, the last time I got out more, Andor became a nation.
Well, that is a problem.
that is indeed, I suppose. But you're 10,000 years old. I'm sure...
Far more than 10,000 years old.
All right. You're far more than 10,000 years old. We are going to...
I was old before the elves came to this world, young one.
Wow, that's impressive. So you now know that no matter what you say, we're going to go face them downstairs.
As I said, do you have any particular funerary rites you would like?
I was thinking more along the lines of, how about instead you
I will
Help
not
us.
aid you.
I believe he's aided us much already.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
And I think our best chance is for me to maybe, if I could just, I don't know, how could I get at her? Is there anything that really bugs her? Just something that, so, like a political stance that she's particularly
Oh, God.
against, or
He says, he turns away from you and he sighs heavily and puts his hand behind his back and he says, there is only one thing that can overcome the power of betrayal. The magic of friendship.
That's the power of love.
Love.
Boom, 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 boom.
That's not what I was going for,
Sorry.
but okay.
Okay. The power of friendship, you say? What? Do you have any suggestions? Should we take out some rope and make friendship bracelets?
We
Is that
could
gonna?
all sing a song.
Plus,
I
we should
have
all-
the
we
perfect
should all
one
make
just
plus-
for this.
Plus
It's-
1 friendship bracelets.
I have the perfect song for this. It goes, Kumbaya,
Oh, my lord. Yeah, I join in.
Kumbaya.
Yeah. Then we all sing
Whatever.
it
I
for
join
dance.
in. Okay.
And then we're all feeling like glued in, like we're like crewed up. We were like singing in unison in key.
We are friends.
We're
will not.
friends forever
There's
till the end.
Friends forever. There will be no
Let's-
more betrayal.
Let's
And-
just all skip right over to the chimney and jump on down holding hands.
Yeah, we basically do that, Arthur, but not
So
literally.
who's going down the chimney first?
Let Arthur. Before we do that,
Mhm.
can you do me one tiny little favor? Is there anything useful in these rooms around here, or or am I gonna have to start opening them? And
I mean, there's one more room you could open.
I'm asking them off.
The Mothman is like, very well. If you swear to defeat Anabath and
Yep.
enter into a sacred and ancient pact with me, for which, should you fail to destroy Anabath, your souls will be forfeit, I can provide you with some assistance.
Okay,
Non-direct assistance.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you
I'll
mean
take
by-
what I can get.
So he like puts his hand
Yeah, I
out
agree
and
as
is like,
well.
put your hands in.
Yeah, we do like the hand
The
stack.
power of friendship.
Yes.
Swear
Absolutely.
on your souls to defeat Anabath.
We
I
will-
swear we will defeat
Anabath.
Anabath.
Friendship will overcome hatred.
Friendship will conquer all.
So he's like, stop talking about friendship. That has nothing to do with this oath. Either you have friendship or you don't. Declaring it doesn't make it so. Instead, I wish to reveal what your cup does. That is the chalice of communal Dwemer. Any liquid poured into it can be shared by any who have sworn an oath together.
You mean it
Wait,
doesn't?
are you
make
talking
alcohol?
about the chalice of light?
So he's looking at this chalice. He's like, chalice of light. That's not even close to the chalice of light. The chalice of light is a small silver cup.
Yeah, that
I-
turns anything into it into a more potent alcohol.
No,
We've-
you fool. If you were to pour a healing potion inside this, any who have sworn oaths together could all drink from it and receive its effects.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Wow, that's a lot cooler than what we thought the chalice of light did.
Actually, I found the chalice of light to be quite delightful 5,000 years ago.
Well, would you like to drink of it now?
He's like, that is not the chalice of light.
I thought you
what's
said
this
it does
How
chalice
hard is
something.
this to understand?
I
What's it
thought you
called,
said the
my
chalice
man?
of light allows you to drink of it and share it with your friends.
That's the
as opposed-
chalice of communal Dwemer, the one that you currently hold.
Okay.
Whoever told you this was the chalice of light is a second-rate, no-name wizard.
It was Enkaresh.
Exactly. So,
I don't think I trust that guy.
yeah. Well, Yeah.
Yeah, my bond with Enkorash, who I've never played with, was Enkorash is not trustworthy.
Unresolved. Done.
Resolved.
It sounds like
Clearly.
it's still true, though, so it's not resolved.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. That's the
I
problem.
know they're not trustworthy.
How many hit
It's
points is everybody down?
I'm down 5. I mean,
I'm down 4.
I think
I'm down 8. I mean,
it's
it
totally
makes
worth
sense. Yeah, it's worth
Be
it.
like, let's try this thing.
All right, I will
I'm
pour
gonna.
the second of our party healing potions into it.
All right,
Cool.
so everyone's maxed.
Yeah, so
Yep.
you just pass the cup around. The liquid doesn't seem to run out until the
Uh,
last person takes a drink of it.
Does our friend the Mothman drink of it?
No.
When it's offered to him.
Nope.
You can be our friend if you want.
He didn't take the oath though.
Power of friendship, man.
It won't work. He didn't take the oath.
Didn't take the oath.
Well,
He's not dumb enough to forfeit his soul. He's not going to fight her.
Well, now I feel at the top of my game. Full hit
Yeah.
points.
well, I was
I'm
kind
like,
of
well,
hoping.
should we have me wear the robe since I'm going to try to hand-to-hand combat this Damon?
Yeah, apparently that seems like a good idea, actually.
Okay, so we swap, and I put the robe of sand on me.
Yeah. Also, well, nice nice meeting you, Mothman. Never actually got a name. Hopefully,
My name is Mothman.
All right,
nice
Mothman.
meeting you, Mothman. The Mothman.
Really
I hope-
hope we can get you on a new observer job. This one sounds kind of boring.
I hope you find friendship sometime soon.
You
It
know,
would be nice to see my family once every 5,000 years or so.
Tell
I'm
you
sure
what.
my son has grown up by now.
Tell you what. If we manage to defeat Annabeth, I know, you have no faith in us, but if that happens, we'll buy you a drink and you can go see your son.
It has been some time since I have imbibed alcohol.
Oh, you're missing out, man.
All right, so we're gonna swagger over
Over to the chimney,
to the
where
chimney.
I'm going to go and discern realities when I look down. Like, okay, is this freaking thing trapped? Nope. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, you look down it. Seems perfectly fine. You gonna jump down?
No, I'm going to fasten my grappling hook to the top and climb down the rope.
Okay, yeah, at some
I got it.
point, as you go down, the trap activates.
Of course.
You're hitting the head with a ton of bricks. Can you roll,
One metric ton of bricks.
Can you roll 2d6 plus 1 and take the better of the 6s?
I can do that. So I take 2 points of damage.
You have 4 armor?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you hear a voice shouting out at the bottom of the chimney. Is like, they're coming! Get ready! And then someone goes, Targan! They're coming! And you hear a voice that goes, alright, let's get ready for them.
Hey, Targan. Your voice sounds like an asshole. I'm coming for you. That's
Okay, what do you want to do?
continue going down with them behind me and like,
Yeah.
no worry, guys. I took care of the trap with my head. I used my head, you see.
And I think I'm coming in second, because as soon as he gets down, hopefully he goes after Terrigan, and then I can try to see if Annabeth is.
Yeah, so when you reach the bottom of the staircase, or the chimney, it's really tight during a squeeze, but then it levels out, and at the bottom, you see Targan Flynn with 2 assistants. All of them are standing there with alchemical bombs in their hands, and Targan is wearing a particularly fine set of robes. But they don't seem to attack you, even though there's just one of you there.
That's awfully nice of you.
So Targan's like, any chance you'd like to turn around and go back where you came from?
Let me think on that. Will you give me a minute?
Sure.
What's in it for me?
Well, I mean, I'd get to live forever, so, lots of money, I guess.
Okay. Okay. Let me think on this. Are they coming down quickly?
Yeah.
I'm just buying time. Okay. Okay. That sounds pretty good. Hey, but what are those things you're holding?
They're bombs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
I should be clear here. I can see you're preparing to attack me. That would be extremely foolish.
Can I
No,
can I
I don't.
drop
I don't even.
down?
I don't even have a weapon
What
now.
I'd
What?
like to do is try to target one of these bombs
Okay.
with a magic missile.
Sure.
Um. So yeah, I like drop down into like crouching position, and like lean out from the side of Eldamre. Boom. Okay. Perfect.
Shoot
And
the
I will
bomb out
jump-
of Targan Flynn's hands, and then
Roll
I have.
6.
Yeah, the bomb explodes and all three of them are covered in like some oily, greasy smoke. The other two assistants immediately die, and Targan just waves his hand and the smoke just forms into a ball. It's clear that he took some damage from this, but he's like, "Is that you, Peronin? I thought you would have known better than to kill a man's students."
I thought you would have been better than to be someone's student and steal their favorite cloak, you ass.
It's like, "Well, let me show you what I've done with this cloak, Peronin." And he like closes his fist, and you see this wave of magic coming out, and there's like a stopwatch that you see forming, and then there's like an hourglass flipping over, and there's a sundial. Like images are just flying towards you. Peronin, what are you gonna do?
I slide down and at this point and say, "That's Peronin. That's no ass."
I am going
That's a
to.
ninny.
Oh shit.
That is an innie indeed.
We've got the power of friendship, so you can't stop us.
I love how you're
I don't have
monologuing while this
ongoing
attack is
stuff.
coming towards
Yeah.
him. I mean, the
It's
attack
like-
is nearly instantaneous.
Yeah, I
So
think.
I assume
Yeah.
we have like the anime cutscene.
Of course. And,
The-
and I'm waiting on a line here that I've been saving for
Yeah,
3
I'm gonna-
sessions. Bring it. Bring it.
I'm gonna like
Do something.
steel my mind against his attack and like
Okay.
try to like unravel the images in the order that they came, like display, like completely get each image as it comes, and then like displace it from my mind, and like
Would you say that's wisdom?
yeah, sure,
Okay. Yeah, you play Simon Says.
yeah, for the 7
Okay.
min maxing.
I need to figure out exactly what's happening here. Do 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 do. Stumble, hesitate, or flinch. Okay. So you begin unraveling the spell. Unfortunately, you make a mistake during the middle of it. Like you're trying to unmake the stopwatch, and instead, it's on the verge of exploding. Either you can take the effects of this spell, or you can bounce it to your two comrades. And so Ella Domrey and Frederick William Mayfield the 14th be hit with it instead.
And I still can't tell after unraveling parts of it what it's gonna do.
Sure. The threat here is time.
Okay, I'll take it myself.
Okay, you take it yourself. All of your hair just like falls out of your head. Your skin dries up and withers, and your spine starts to unstraighten as you grow a considerable age older and are basically on death's door here.
Well, shit.
And Peronin, Harrigan Flynn is like, "Look what I've done now, Master. I have complete control over time."
Hey, Flynn.
Never learned when it was time to stop being an asshole.
I'm gonna reach behind my back, grasping the hilt of the scimitar. Hey, Flynn. Dernfalzamoth says hi, and throw the scimitar at him,
Okay.
and then rush him.
All right. Roll a volley.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you lose one scimitar, but
Well,
deal damage.
lose and not lose. I'll be able to pick it up later.
Sure.
What does it do?
It just deals damage.
Straight, your class damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
D10.
Yep.
When
When you're about to throw the sword, you can feel like warm encouragement. The sword is like, this is the good thing to do.
So that magic doesn't really do anything else than that. It makes me feel really
Magic
good.
sword is an intelligent sword that encourages you to do good things. It's not like a slicing super laser sword. It's
Okay.
a sword of encouraging.
Oh well.
It's like the spoon of positive thinking.
It doesn't
Oh,
hold
well.
more cereal. You just enjoy the cereal more.
Takes 7 points of damage.
All right.
And like it.
Yep. As I rush towards him with my spear and shield.
And I'm looking around to see if there's anyone else in the room.
The other two members of his group are dead. There's a single door in the northwestern corner, and you are on the south end, where you've been dumped out of this coal chute. So there's, across the room, there are a ton of alchemical devices, like alembics and Bunsen burners and all sorts of glass containers, but, you know, no other people in here. So I'm curious, Frederick William Mayfield the 14th, what are you doing here?
I've been
I am
waiting all these episodes. I was kind of hoping this would, like, explode his face because he betrayed him or something. Oh well.
That's not how magic items work in Dungeon World. Sorry, buddy. Not a sword of master betrayal.
I'm going to start singing a song. Oh, hey Tarragon, I've waited for the longest time. Whoa, to kick your ass now. Whoa.
Tarragon's just like, your rhyme scheme doesn't even match.
Shut up, Tarragon. And I'm going to enhance my friend Eladamari with a plus 1d4 forward to damage and the bonus, the super aid.
Okay.
What's the super aid?
What happens?
Oh, someone aids you, it's a plus 2 instead of a plus 1.
That's cool.
I would like to, while this is going on, just kind of start like crawl. Like I want to kind of just like drop down. Like I'm very weakened by this.
Yes.
And just start like slowly making my way towards that other door. And I want to look very pathetic while doing it, and hope that he doesn't.
Okay.
That he's
Yeah.
not thinking I'm a threat or whatever.
As you're crawling, like we get the Avengers cam, where the camera's constantly moving around and like focusing on who's ever important at the moment. So as Peronin is crawling away, the camera then focuses on Tarragon Flynn, who's like touching his robes and rubbing them, and then like casting another time spell towards Frederick William Mayfield the 14th. So Frederick William Mayfield the 14th, you see like all these symbologies of time flying towards you, drawn by your spell's failure. Semi-failure.
Semi-success. Let's go for,
Sure. Some say the glass is half full, some say the glass is half empty. RPGers drink the glass and ask what happens. So what are you going to do, Frederick William Mayfield the 14th? There's a time spell flying right at your face.
I'm going to drink the glass and see what happens.
You're going to let the time spell hit you?
No.
Because that's what that is in this analogy.
Although, well,
That's basically what I did. It didn't work.
Your analogy was so awesome. I had to embrace
I'm
it.
now 140.
You're 140.
I'm just guessing.
Approximately, give or take a few years. No,
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to duck.
Okay, roll dexterity. Duck under a spell.
I know it's... Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you managed to duck underneath all these symbologies of time. So it's basically like the Dragon Ball Z laser, but made of like dark star
Hourglasses.
matter and hourglasses inside of it, and you get under it, and it's like, shh, and maybe there's some sort of particle effect to indicate how badass it is.
I'm gonna
radiating off of
matrix it, like do the splits and then like lean back on the ground to duck under it. There's just like
Okay, fine.
I think this is all still in like the same rotating shot, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'm trying to be cinematic.
It's him
here.
going
Yeah,
down.
that's fine.
and, like, the whole
It's
rotate
probably
around.
cinematic. I don't know that someone of your physical condition would be capable of doing the lean all the way back and then shoot back up, but sure.
No. I said do the splits and then duck. I'm still on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not. He's like physically touching the ground with his body, right? Okay.
All right. What do you do now?
Well, man, really? You're gonna be like that, Tarragon? Like, can't? You know what? No, you're no longer my friend, and I'm gonna go over and I'm going to aid Eladamri.
All right, so you're charging
The
forward.
power of friendship, the life that I have with my friend.
But how specifically are you doing this? Are you literally just speechifying him?
That's his job, isn't it? That's why we bring him.
You draw your power from betrayal, but we draw our power from trust. So I'm basically trying to distract him.
Yeah, we'll see how trusting Eladamri is of you based on your roll.
What skill am I?
Bonds. You roll
It's
plus
plus
bonds
one.
with Eladamri.
bonds. Well, and it's the bonds I have with him, right?
Yep.
All right.
He kind
7.
of trusts you.
That's enough.
Yeah. So what do you want to do there, Eladamri? It sounds like you've got bonus damage, plus you've got some bonding going on.
I am going to...
So I give him a +2 aid.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to jump up on a chair, jump up on a table. I don't care if they were there previously.
They were.
Kick some alchemical thing in his general direction, so he needs to block it for a moment. Jump into the air, put my shield directly in front of me so he can't see what's going on. Do a cool spin, and take his head clean off with my spear before landing.
No, never narrate the end of the fight. That's a terrible idea. Because then when it doesn't happen, you look like a stupid jackass.
Oh, it's
I aim for his